over to our whiteboard, boys and girls. I put my date up, today's date, April 29, 2020. Can you read the salutation of my letter with me? The introduction. Dear boys and girls. I'm going to point to a word, see if you can read it. Are you ready? Do you remember that word? Starts with an A. Did you say and? Good job. All right, let's keep going. Read with me. Today it is, so what's the weather like? Who looked out the window? It didn't snow, like Miss Fex was hoping it wouldn't, right? Thank goodness. You can fill in the word there. Let's read it again. Today it is, good job. Can you tell the time? So all the time in our lives, we talked about that yesterday, we're always looking at what time it is so we know what we're supposed to be doing at that time. But when you look at a clock, can you tell the time? Some people can tell the clock on the time on a digital clock because that says the numbers right there. So if it says 1:30, you know, oh, it's past my lunchtime. But if it says 12 o'clock, maybe that's your lunchtime, right? So some people can tell the time on those. But today we're going to be looking at a different kind of clock and seeing if we can figure out how this other kind of clock works. We'll get there in a sec. What time do you eat lunch? So what time do you eat lunch? At school, we have our first lunch break at 5 minutes to 11. But at home you might not eat at that time. You might have your lunch at 12, or maybe you have it at 12:30 or 1. I would like you to figure out today. Talk to your mom, talk to your dad, find out when you eat lunch. What time do you go to bed? Now, bedtime. We all hear that, right? Oh, it's time to go to bed. So what time is it that mom and dad use those words? It's time to go to bed. Is it 7? Is it 7:30? Is it 8? I don't know. That's something you're going to find out for me. You can even send it to me in a message and let me know that you found out what time you eat lunch and what time you go to bed. Now I've made a little clock here at the bottom of my whiteboard. The number 12 always goes at the top of my clock. And then the numbers start counting here. So we have our 12 and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is always right at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we keep going. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we're back to 12. So the top of our clock is a 12, the bottom of the clock is a 6, and our numbers count this way. When our hands move on the clock, they move this way. And they keep going around and around and around. Now, the little hand on the clock, he's a tiny little thing, but he's bossy. He always wants you to use his number first. So he likes you to always say his name before you say anything else. So when we put him, I'm going to put him right here pointing here, and he's going to be shorter than the other hand I make. There he is, and he's pointing to the number 3. So I know when I say my time, I'm going to start with the word 3. Then I'm going to put the long hand. I'm going to put it straight to the top. Okay? So I'm going to say it's 3 o'clock. O'clock, when we say that 3 o'clock, it kind of means no minutes have gone past 3. It's exactly 3. Okay? If this hand was moving, I would have to change what I was going to say. So I'm going to try and make it another time. Okay? So here, I'm going to put my hand, little hand, again, I'm starting with the little one because he likes to hear his name first. And see, it's kind of going just past the 3. And then my long hand is going down to the 6. So whenever the long hand we done 3? 3:30. And if the long hand is going up, it's 3 o'clock. See if you can find a clock like this in your home and see where the long hand is and the short hand is. See if you can tell some time with that. Tomorrow, we're going to do some more work with clocks. Love, miss, vex. Kiss, kiss, hug.